না আজকে তুমি তুলে ফেলো। Alexa, stop. Alexa, disconnect my device.
Now disconnected from T.O.S Pro.
If only you could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.
दिल अब कहाँ है
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Hyman thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of the vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These
mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, God able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of the vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich.
Video editing software
rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value, yes? That's all I seek in life. But Since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Okay then.
चुप करो.
Me?
What's the matter?
I get it.
Okay. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks. Get them! Don't hit me! Out of the frying pan, into the... Dinner sunburn!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry. What's the hurry? What's the hurry? Heard of this? Cool it!
No, my sword!
Dodge this!
Why are there enemies here?
Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Time for retribution!
good. Witness the power of the one. Rain outlines your fate.
Freeze! Dodge this! Cool it! Oh, so sorry. What's the hurry? Freeze! Dodge this! Freeze! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Freeze! Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Cool it!
They're gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. The hydromimic monsters. I have a contract, and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them, and recover the relic.
Dodge this!
Nice and spicy.
Cool it! Don't get frostbite! Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power in it?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the chasing...
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Salterai next. I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, that's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of Salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence, but I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The god of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just...
Okay, since Mr. Zhang... Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of Salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Guess we can rest a bit.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liu is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east, to the people of Lee.
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of song, to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god at that time, and that haven.
How sad.
Okay, enough.
Tianheng in the south. With this clue, you.
Freeze!
Ring cutter! No, my sword!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Cool it. I suppose this will do.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Let's go.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Gullion Forest.
Okay.
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever...
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhang. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
This? Top floor, retribution!
Just sharpen my spear.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the God of Salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Learning this? Crumble! Rise!
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasure.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally. After all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall
Crumble! Rise! Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of...
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the And this girl has been useless! Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this room, let's not forget who hired who here.
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya.
Will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Pay your dues.
Ha!
Bubba, get them!
Quake! No escape.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Leaving so soon.
Cool it! Freeze!
Rain outlines your fate.
Cool it! Don't get frostbite. Dodge this!
Cool it. Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin.
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological survey. He could only... Yeah! Good thing Paimon...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But when people see the... I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Chising, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost, and we hate, so I seek we agreed to a contract.
Naturally, of course. Come with me. All the answers you seek.
Crumble! Rise! Crumble!
is...
Freeze!
Let me read you a verse.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Dodge this!
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
Dodge this!
Order guide you. Burn!
Freeze! What's the hurry?
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
Change of plans. Witness the power of Gugwa.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Dodge this!
This is a sword? It's a broken sword. This is proof. This proves that the god of salt had to fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is...
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take...
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for break. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the 7.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No.
In her last days, She had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... the sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt!
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey! Hey! Come back!
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But What about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger but they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her...
Even if this is so, I can't! This must be a lie. A false history, all of it! Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyanstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhang?
Treading old ground. Till one cannot help but be reminded of old...
what's the hurry?
Another test subject.
Verdict is wrong. Freeze. Cool it.
A little taste.
Get frostbite.
Time for retribution!
Eat this! Nice and spicy.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Oh my god. Whew.
Freeze! Verdict is...
Oh, so sorry. Don't push your luck.
Nice and spicy.
No, my sword! Let me weave you a Witness the power of Gugwa!
Goba, get them!
My flame.
Nice and spicy.
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
Goba, get them! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Cool it.
Freeze!
Dodge this. What's the hurry?
Freeze!
Dodge this.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
I'll watch your back. Frozen in place after all.
finds your fate.
Cool it. This moment will be frozen in time.
Ring cutter.
Freeze.
Time for retribution!
Cool it.
No, my sword.
Oh, so sorry.
If only you could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.
Now, the Adepti, to leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. I need to find a better way of stone carving. Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice. As I said before, this includes thousands of years ago. The Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Brilliant stone forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Oh, sire, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Levi. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Nakon kaç почти.
Listen, as long as you stick to your own path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you. suppose this will do. I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you two? Take a rest while I go back.
Be on your guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why is that?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active Ruin Guard presence in this area. Even though this is far beyond their normal area of activity, Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden.
So did somebody wake them up?
As I say, the reason is still unclear. We have very little intelligence at present. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. Strange noises are often heard coming from within. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters. In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase Millilith patrols.
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but it just wouldn't be worth the risk.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
Is that so? Well, if you're genuinely offering, I did see some Ruin Guard footprints on the hillside. But since then I've been too busy warning passer...
Footprints, eh?
While the Millilith...
This footprint is huge! It has to be the one that guy was talking about. And here's another one. Yep, seems the Ruin Guards did come out. The trail of Ruin Guard footprints leads us here to... Ah! A Ruin Guard! Over there!
Freeze! Cool it!
This? Ha! Yeah. Ha!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze!
Oh!
Cool it!
Learn it this? Yep.
Well, that's one. Let's keep looking around.
Hey you! Check this out! Isn't it awesome?
What is he wearing?
I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one? Excuse me. His name is Mr. Cyclops, actually.
Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute. Wait, what?
Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world. It's right now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research in Liyue. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from?
Hey, just 'cause you get to play with Paimon all the time does not mean that Paimon's a toy.
Greetings. Have you found anything? Oh. A child?
We just, found him.
You shouldn't be out here, boy. There are killing machines in the area. It's extremely...
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely. And including this one. It's not moving now, but if it were to wake up, the consequences would be...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not a killing machine. He's one of the good guys.
Mr. Cyclops?
We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's...
I'm just trying to help. I've always been hopeless at dealing with children.
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do the babysitting?
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again! My name's T.O.S. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my brother in Liyue. But I'm all on my own, and I don't know where to find him.
You came all the way from Snezhnaya?
Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. There you go.
What is it? Looks heavy.
What the? My brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice person to give this to, and they will take good care of T.O.S.
Your brother makes a good point. Still, it's hard to believe you made it all this way armed with nothing but a few bags of mora. Your family must be super rich. Paimon never knew you could make so much mora from selling toys. guy. Alright, now we gotta make a pinky promise. You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off. It's like, wow, that one nursery rhyme kinda says, well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother? Great idea. Alright. Finally, now I get to...
That seems a little inappropriate, don't you think, sir? How can you...
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt. It'll be fine.
Huh? What is he doing here? Yay, my brother! I found you!
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother T.O.S. My goodness! What a nice surprise, T.O.S. I thought I would have to wait till I return home before seeing you again. How are the others? Sister Tonia and Brother Anthon? Is everybody keeping well?
They miss you a lot. Tonia prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a second. What are you doing here in Liyue, T.O.S? How have I not heard anything about this?
Well, what happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys, so obviously I thought you were on board. And then, when I got off, I just kept walking and walking, and then I found a Mr. Cyclops. Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you. Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking T.O.S.'s money.
T.O.S, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so happy to see you, really I am, but please, promise me you won't do anything like this ever again.
Okay, I promise.
I'm not mad at you. I just care about your safety, that's all. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you, T.O.S. I hope you said a big thank you to them.
Yep, I always remember my pleases and thank yous. Oh, so you did notice we were here. You were just ignoring us. Gotcha.
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it personally. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think? Come on, you know I'm just a pawn in all that, just doing my part. As for who wins, who loses, and how each side deals with the consequences, I prefer to leave all that up to the ones playing the game. I'm much more interested in who wins and who loses when it comes to our little sparring matches.
Sounds like you're ready to get your butt kicked again.
তাড়াতাড়ি 10 মিনিটের মধ্যে পূজা দাও।
I Tartaglia spend every
সাজতে
second
বল
getting
লাগতো না, পূজা
stronger.
দিয়া পরে সাজো,
Don't expect to have it
খাবার
quite so
দিয়া।
easy next time.
Whoa.
Maybe not right now. Not while my kid brother is watching.
Why do you want to fight the nice guy? Are you guys enemies?
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His safety matters very much to me.
So anyway, Paimon has a question. Tooster said something about you being a toy seller. What's that all about? Aren't you supposed to be one of the Fatui's harbinger?
Yes, about that. Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatuis, or should I say Snezhnaya's. Dark, the older ones already know that As I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya's greatest expatriate toy seller. Currently
That's right! My brother's the greatest! He's Mr. Cyclops' bestest friend!
Just humor me in front of Tooser, if you would be so kind. Yes, Ekaterina. I will deal with the issue of that outstanding payment right—
Hey! Slinking off, are we?
But Master Child, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with debt collection?
A bet is a bet, isn't it? And if you lose a bet with an agent, well, you might as well get—
Are you going off to sell toys now?
That's right. As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Tooser, duty calls.
So he's— Sure! I really like this guy! And it—
Well, it sounds like Tooser really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tooser's entertainment fund. I want him to have a good— If need be, you may find me by the river near Qingshu Pool.
मुझे भूख लगी है, मुझे भूख
Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid. So, where are we going to play first? How about we start with the toy store? Huh? What are those super colorful winged things? They're called kites. The kids in Liyue love them.
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very long—
That's right. How do you play with these kite things, Granny?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string and whoosh, the kite will fly.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you have any Mr. Cyclops ones?
Mr. Cyclops?
I want to fly Mr. Cyclops high into the sky so all the kids can get to know him.
Well, I can do custom builds, but I'll need some amount of reference material.
Will this picture do? I drew it myself.
I'll manage. Still, I must warn you that custom builds can really be quite expensive.
We should be fine. Child was pretty generous with that entertainment fund. But then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is, kinda irresponsible. Well, so, yes, technically speaking, these funds are earmarked for Tooster's entertainment. But if there's any left over when we're done, either way, it's time to talk prices.
No, that won't do. No, that won't do. This amount won't even pay for— Children, I do hope you're not. I'll stick to my price and not a more or less.
Sorry, Granny. We didn't mean it like that. All right, Granny, we'll go.
That's more like it.
For our next stop, why don't we head to One-Man Restaurant? It would be a mighty crying shame to come all the way to Liyue and never try the food.
Hello, welcome.
This restaurant has a really...
A choking smell? You must be referring to our signature spicy chili
Spicy chili? But I can't eat spicy food.
Oh, what a pity. A person who can't eat spicy food misses out on half of life's joys.
Is it really that bad? My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar. And the oil has to be extra virgin vegetable. Wow, we've got a real rich kid on our hands. Looks like One-Man Restaurant's dishes earned a T.O.S. taste.
Will that be all?
What?
Giving the people what they want is the very reason. If I thought for 1 second that I couldn't make a dish to...
Whoa, there seems to be... Then we'll leave it to you, Chef. Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests are going to cost you more than... Of course, we aren't going to demand prices.
Is it just Paimon? Or still... Surely there must be a little room for...
Done. I'll go prepare the food then.
Great! It's time for...
Please sit wherever you like.
I thought it was just right. But this doesn't feel right somehow. Didn't we bring T.O.S here to try Liyue? Whatever. So where do you want to go next? I was so caught up looking for my brother when I first... Good idea! The hustle and bustle at the... Wow, this place is huge! Are the waves here always like this? Don't they ever freeze? Given Liyue's climate, the area around the harbor's mouth, Paimon is kind of the traveler's exclusive This place is Liyue's commercial hub. Other than merchant vessels, many fishing boats and industrial transports dock here to replenish their, fishery supplies and daily necessities, which, thanks to the immense throughput... yeah, Paimon can't remember how the rest goes anyway. Well, guess Paimon will just have to explain this. Paimon's... All the nations float their boats over the sea into the... Then, Liyue Harbor rubs its big round belly in satisfaction because it's all stuffed full of... Hey, what's that big metal hook over there? I want to see. Wait, T.O.S, don't run off! After all that, you...
Huh?
That metal hook is huge, and it gets bigger. This is an anchor. Docked ships use it to... An anchor. Got it. But I think I might get it mixed up with Commodore Hook. Commodore Hook? Is this another... My brother always sends me a really big toy for my birthday. Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard. Yeah, and that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame. Wow, using Fatui funds for personal... But suddenly, it doesn't seem so strange that T.O.S would treat a ruin guard as a giant toy. But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops. Even though I mostly came here to see my brother, the other big thing I wanted to do was play with Mr. Cyclops. Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look. Hey! Quit running off! really sell fish? Wow, fish are in...
Hey, whose fish are you calling small? Little kids shouldn't go around ruining other...
He's just a curious kid. No need to get worked. That said, these fish are actually pretty big by Paimon standards. Just how big are the ones you're used to, T.O.S?
Maybe 200 times your size?
There are legends in my hometown about it. It's supposed to be a super delicious fish. I told my brother about it, and he went out to sea to catch one for me. A few days later, he returned with a humongous fish slung over his shoulder. Anton and I were so... Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy! Let's go over there to see the boats! What's wrong, T.O.S? Are you tired? You don't seem so happy. I miss my brother. What? But we were just with him. Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. I don't want to play... Well, we've played with T.O.S long enough, haven't we? Child said that he'd be by the river near Chinshupu. Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Rain, if only you could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.
He's talking to...
You know what I'm here for, I trust.
Oh, you got lip. Making us guess, are you? If you want to join up, let me just say this first. Dandy kid like you ain't welcome.
Oh, what a Well, in the Tsaritsa's name, I suppose I should forgive you country bumpkins for your ignorance.
Brother! You're selling them toys, aren't you, brother? That's...
Well, why, yes, of course. The greatest toy salesman in Schnesh...
so cool.
Huh? You playing games, pretty boy?
So, will you buy or not?
Toys! And...
Wow.
Look at that! Spreading joy and laughter to everyone! That's what toy selling's all about!
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months...
Yeah, no. Sorry, sales boy. The same joke isn't funny, twat. Were you always cruising for a bruise?
Alright then. I'll make things a little easier for you. I'll join the treasure hoarders. Perhaps you'll be more willing to pay when we're brothers in arms.
Would you listen to yourself? You think...
Well then, why don't you put me to the test, dear seniors? I like to think of myself as quite talented in the field of treasure.
Looks like you're not gonna pack it up until... Truth be told, we've set up a shop here because there's a fine little loot. If you think you're up to...
An initiation test, eh? Interesting.
The loot's on the opposite cliff. We're gonna hang back here and watch the show.
Huh, no problem.
We'll need more with that.
Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do? Pretty well, I'd say.
Brother, what do we do? This fellow isn't normal.
Please, hold on a moment, sir. We need to discuss something amongst ourselves. He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted to show off.
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted to fight.
Guys, do you think that maybe we're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless maybe his words have hidden meaning.
Snezhnaya, 3 months, 600,000. Oh, I get it. It was insider talk. I remember that the boss got us 600,000 more a loan from that Snezhnayan bank about 3 months ago, and still hasn't repaid it.
So this guy must be the debt collector.
And that's where you're still green. See, in a lot of professions...
Makes sense. Owing money is...
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional.
So, Mr. Salesman, my apologies, but we can't have you joining us.
Oh? I didn't pass? I must...
No, it's not that. What we mean is that you're too big a fish for our little pond. But we fully understand the situation with the... toys, sir. We'll fetch that 600,000 for you right away.
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. We get paid, and everyone stays happy. A wonderful outcome, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are so cool.
Ah, Master Child, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down. Can't you see I'm entertaining some clients over here?
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland has dispatched a new batch of recruits to Liyue. They've just arrived, and I'm afraid we must trouble you to speak to them.
Do I have to? Now
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Child, but they are already... Every new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will. Through the words at present, Master Child, you are the only harbinger in Liyue. Please.
Well, alright then, I'll go.
Do you have to keep working?
Yes, T.O.S. We have a group of new toy sellers fresh and...
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too. Can I go listen?
I'm afraid you're still too young, T.O.S. I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow. Why don't you go play with the Traveler instead? Sound good?
But...
I really do have to go now, T.O.S. A lot of people are waiting to see me. I'll see you around, alright?
Child really dotes on his brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't done himself to think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side. Maybe, but he has good... Wait! Where's T.O.S? We were too... Did he sneak off to follow his brother? Either way, let's head over there first. T.O.S, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and you will stop at nothing to bring Snezhnaya victory. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north, as strong as the hoarfrost of Zepelyarny Palace. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, and for the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like kites and rattledrums, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops in the marketplaces of...
Uh-huh. Kites are really fun, too.
This is, of course, an analogy. As they say, the marketplace, too, is a battlefield.
Uh-huh.
So as your sales manager here in Liyue, I demand that you obey my a refusal shall be considered a betrayal. And the price for betrayal is to be dishonorably discharged.
Whoa, that's really strict. Won't people be really sad if they get fired from the Institute?
Huh? Seeking to please everyone pleases no one. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us better.
Hands-on training?
After all, a strong body is the proof of one's capacity.
Hey, did he just say that we're doing hands-on training?
A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally?
I can't believe it. Are recruits like us really worthy?
Am I hearing a hint of objection to this idea?
Not at all, sir.
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you lot.
Frozen.
You're mine.
Crisp.
Let's move. Tidal wave.
Detoxifying heat. You need to hurry up.
Where did I go wrong?
I slowed up. I'm getting tired of this game. This was well done.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Let's end this quickly. This was well done.
Heel to the bone.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
I let my guard down. Change of plans.
You need to end this quickly.
Rain outlines your fate.
There can be no excuse.
Not good. The brightest flames burn fastest.
Bring it on. Who's next? Unfortunate health. No time to lose.
Let's end this quickly.
Tidal wave.
Have a load of this. Shouldn't get careless.
Who's next?
Let's not go anywhere. Chill to the bone. Have a load of this. Let's not waste time. Let's end this quickly. Roast and fry. You need to hurry up. This was well done.
Is that all you've got? Time for retribution! Unfortunate fault.
Let's end this quickly.
Tozer, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty. Ruth, for the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like kites, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops.
Uh-huh. Kites are...
This is, of course, an analogy. So as your sales manager here, a refusal shall be considered a betrayal. And the price...
Whoa, that's really strict.
Seeking to please everyone pleases no one. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-up...
Hands-on trick?
After all,
Hey, did a Harbinger wants to spar with us personal?
I can't believe it.
Am I hearing a hint of a...
Not at all, sir.
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you...
Frozen. Crisp.
Tozer, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
From this day forward, You will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsarith. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthless, for the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like Kite, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclop.
Uh-huh. Kite's a real...
This is, of course, an analogy. As they say, the marketplace too is a battlefield.